concept of Aberdeen Inspired is actually really quite simple. It's about local businesses in the city centre realising that the city centre is not what we all really want it to be, and trying to come together in a vehicle to spend a little bit of money to try to improve the environment for Aberdonians and for the visitors coming into the city.
We decided that it was easily manageable way to get our projects delivered by creating the 5 themes. And I have to say, so far that's working really well.
My involvement with Aberdeen Inspired is basically down to the fact that I'm a passionate Aberdonian who believes that the city, which has been done so well economically over the last 20, 30 years, really needs to create a legacy for the next generation. Where we are today in McCombie's Court is a good example of the work that Aberdeen Inspire can do for the city. This used to be a fairly dark and dingy court, and now what we've done is we've spoken to the landowners, and we've put certain murals on some sides of the building, and also some information to tourists and to residents about the history of the city. And I think everybody would agree this is a great improvement on where we've come from.
The ambassadors that we're looking to put in place around the city is another initiative, albeit perhaps starting a fairly small scale, where we're looking to have people dedicated to try to help visitors find their way around the city, give them information, perhaps even tell them about the history or any other information that visitors want to know. And at the moment there's probably a gap there that we really don't have anybody to support, particularly visitors from further afield. So we're looking to try to introduce ambassadors that should actually help that.
The United Voice theme is a very strong theme, although it gets the least money out of the entire budget. But that is the theme that we use to drive forward the United Voice, not just of ourselves and our levy payers, but the key stakeholders as well. Now that could be over issues like Union Terrace Gardens, for instance, St Nicholas House development. We have to, as a company, have a united voice on how we see that and how good it is for Aberdeen, or perhaps not. But it's really important that through United Voice we are able to put our opinion across, and more importantly that it is listened to by the key stakeholders and the people who are delivering these major strategic growth strategies for Aberdeen.
The Safe and Secure team for Aberdeen Inspired, obviously looking at a varying projects, so from small projects, so if you like things like for the street pastors, helping them to engage with clients late at night so that they can sort of help and support people who are maybe vulnerable. Also again aimed pretty much at the nighttime economy, and we're currently investing in Windmill Brae and enhancing the lighting there. So what Aberdeen Inspired do is, we don't put street lighting up, but if there's a need for enhanced street lighting, we'll get involved at that point, and hopefully decisions that might have taken months or even years in the old days in the council hopefully can happen much more quickly because we've got funds readily available to invest.
I have a budget, which is what the levy payer voted for, and that budget really splits into 2 parts. A big chunk of that budget goes across to Visit Aberdeen, who are best placed as an organisation to really promote Aberdeen as a place to shop, stay, play on the global scene. And then the other half of that budget is spent on a number of projects, and this year we're focusing on 3 projects, an Easter event that we've just run. We're going to do a summer event, but the jewel in our crown will be the Christmas event that we run later this year.
Aberdeen Inspired is in a really strong position now. We have been going for nearly 18 months as a company. We have delivered very strong projects over the last 18 months. People, including the levy payers and the general public, are really starting to see results and are starting to feed back to us and give us positive comments.
The thing I always want to get across is it's about the levy payers. And as chairman, as far as I'm concerned, anything that we do must be for the benefit of the levy payers, appropriate projects, money well spent, value for money.